Hey guys, today we are moving on to lesson 24. And today we're going to learn to take data and put it on a line plot. Now, before we start though, making line plots today, I need you to do something. I need you to go back to the Jamboard from yesterday, which I've linked again in today's lesson. And I need you to turn back in lesson 23 to your recording sheet. This one, the one that's going to have all of our class data on it. And now that everybody has had a chance to put their piece of data on a sticky note on Jamboard, you need to go back to that Jamboard and I want you to just start looking across at the sticky notes. And when you see the first sticky note, okay, that person was, and make a tally mark and make sure you get all your tally marks on here for each piece of data that's on that Jamboard. And then you just have a couple of questions to answer down here. Which length is the most common? Which one was the least common? And then there was a couple comparison questions you could write, or it only asks you to come up with one, like which was the most common handspan length, or just like we did earlier in this unit. So once you've got the Jamboard and that filled in, then I want you to come back to this video and we're going to do the line plot part. All right, so go ahead and stop, go do that, and then come back and start in again. All right, guys, so you filled in your recording sheet because you're going to need that to be filled in later on today. All right, you have got 2 sprint pages today, and then there's a recording sheet for today's activity. But we're not going to use that until the end, because this is where you're going to put that data about your classmates and their handspan lengths. So turn past this, and we're going to go to this page here. So I'm going to teach you how to put data on a line plot. A line plot looks a lot like that number line we used earlier earlier this week when we had that number line. It's a lot like having a number line like a ruler, because as you look across, you see we're just scaled by ones right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in that sense, that's our range, and that is essentially like our number line. We're going to use the data that's in this table here, and we're going to make a line plot, which will be like a nice visual of our information. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the first piece of data. We're looking at length of pencils in the class bin. Well, that's funny because you guys, we always end up with really short pencils in our class. Let's see what this class has. So this class has pencils. Some of the pencils are 2 inches in length. Well, actually, the number of pencils that are 2 inches in length, there's just one. So we're going to go down here to where it says pencil length in inches, 2 inches. There's just one, so we're going to put an X, because that's just our one piece of data for there. And then I'm going to go ahead and check off that row because we've done that one now. Then pencil length in inches, 3 inches. How many pencils are there that are 3 inches long? There are 2. So we're going to go to the pencil length in inches 3, and we're going to put 2 X's. You put an X for each piece of data or each pencil. Okay. Pencil length in inches 4. Where do you think you'll put that information? You'll put it right above the 4. Pencil length in inches. How many pencils are 4 inches long in that classroom? 6. Okay, 6 X's. Now you want to make your X's all about the same size. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already, is it pretty easy to tell what so far the most common is? Yeah, 4 inches long pencils is the most common length for pencils so far. Okay, 5 inches in length. How many do we got? That's right, put 7 X's. Now what I'd like for you to do is pause me and finish filling this in. And then when you've finished filling this in, unpause me and we'll see if we both have the same line plots. Okay, so pause. All right, so let me see. For 6, you should have 8 pencils. So now I'm going to do it fast, and you're just checking your work. Okay, for 7, you should have 4. And for 8, you should just have the 1. How many for 9? Oh, there weren't any, so we just left it blank, just like there weren't any that were 1 inch long. We didn't have any, so we just left it blank. All right, so now we're looking at our data here. Describe the pattern you see in the line plot. It looks like most of the pencils are like right in here. Most of the pencils are right in here. The most common length for the pencils was 6 inches. Then the next most common was 5 inches. And then the next most common was 4 inches. So most of the pencils are somewhere between 4 to 6 inches long. There's a few more that are 7, but there's very few that are 3 and 2 and 8. And then every pencil in that classroom is between 2 and 8 inches long. There's a lot of information that you can get from this line plot. Okay, so today you are going to, we've done that one together. You are going to, gosh, I can't turn the page. You're going to do the next one here. Oh, look, and they did not make the line plot for you. You are going to make the line plot. Now, here's the thing about making your own line plot. You've got to look at your data to decide where to start your number line. So this data here, the length of ribbon, starts at 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. So we've got to think about it making a number line here that would start at 14, because isn't that our first piece of data? And then it's going to have the numbers all the way up to 22. So really what we could do is we could use this to help us. So if we hold this still here, let's try it. From 14 to 22. Okay. And then if we moved it just slightly down below, we can see that this would be 14. We'll go ahead and put 15 on there. I know you're thinking, but there weren't any 15s. But we could go ahead and put it on there. 16, 17, hope you can see this. 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So this way, now we can get all of our data on here because we can see that for 14 we had 1, for 16 we had 3, and we can put it on there, make our line plot, and then we need to answer our questions about the line plot down here. Okay, then I know you guys have been waiting to find out what are we going to do with that handspan data. Come back over here. Now, what we're going to need to do is, I don't know if it's all going to fit on one, because for every single person that had a handspan of 3, you're going to have to put an X. But what if like 10 of us had that? And what if you can't get 10 tall? So you're going to have to kind of get creative with this. You might have to split our class up into like, because we have 21 kids, you could put like 7 here, 7 here, 7 here. You decide, okay, how you're going to make your data. Maybe you can make your X's really small, and so then you'll be able to fit our whole classes all in a row, in a column. Maybe you can make 2 columns, but you decide, and then you'll be able to get your class data on here, and then you'll get to be able to really get a good picture of what size hands people have in our classroom. Okay, so that's the end of today's lesson. Just practice making those line plots, all right? See you tomorrow.